We're about to race some cars. Welcome to Wetaskiwin.
We're Matt and Karla, a Canadian couple with two totally different backgrounds, sharing our experience and advice about traveling in Canada.
After almost a decade of world travel, we decided to focus on our home country of Canada and see how deep we could go.
This started with a 150-day road trip from coast to coast to coast, showcasing some of the best things to do in each province and territory.
We thought we'd see it all on that road trip, but we barely scratched the surface. So follow along as we continue to explore the second largest country on Earth. We just arrived here in Wetaskiwin, Alberta, a town we've never explored before. We're pretty excited to get going, so after checking into the Best Western Wayside Inn, where we're going to be spending the next couple of nights, we're here at our first attraction, the Reynolds Museum, an internationally award-winning museum that celebrates machines. The museum's collections include more than 500 vehicles, 130 aircraft, and 5,000 pieces of agricultural and industrial equipment, although not all is on public display. And one of the first things you see when you enter is this car behind me. Now what's cool about this car is that we learned that they actually restore old cars right here at the museum, and this shows you exactly what it looks like when it gets here and when they're finished with it. We're barely inside the museum and I'm already learning so much. Right behind me is 3 different cars: electric, gasoline, and steam powered. First of all, I didn't even know steam powered cars ever existed, but I also didn't know that electric cars were out more than 100 years ago.
I don't know about you, but I actually like the old cars better than the new ones. And this one was custom made. They actually picked the color of the exterior, the interiors, the actual size of the car. And this car cost, back in 1929, $20,000, which in today's money is $300,000.
Another big exhibition here is all about motorcycles, and all these motorbikes, including a lot that are rare, were donated by Fairview College, because it's something else that I learned is that in Fairview, which is just north of Grand Prairie, they're home to the first and only Harley-Davidson accredited mechanical school in all of Canada, but they also produce some of the top motorcycle mechanics in the country. Now it's time for supper, and although there's a number of delicious restaurants here in Wetaskiwin, none come higher recommended than HUCKLEBERRY'S Cafe, so let's get inside and see what all the fuss is about. Well, as always, it's a hard decision because there's so many good things on the menu, but we asked what they're known for, and they said their dill pickle soup, their steaks, and their huckleberry pie. So why not get all 3? That is good. I can see what all the fuss is about. I was reading their story about the dill pickle soup, and it started off as just a random soup they'd make every now and then people started calling in, and eventually it led to them having it on the menu all the time, every day, and they even make it now in big containers so people can take it home with them. Cars go fast in Wetaskiwin. I've been wanting to do that for a while because how I knew Wetaskiwin as a kid was seeing the commercials on TV about cars. And now I'm here in Wetaskiwin, but we're not buying a car, we're here to race cars at the Edmonton International Raceway.
much because I don't know, you just get too hot and my body was getting sore, like super stiff. Maybe you don't realize how tense you are. So my body aches right now.
If you're interested in riding in a race car, it's a great place to come. Pretty much every weekend they host these test drive sessions. You just gotta book yourself in advance, of course, and it's a great way to get an experience of driving a race car. We're back at the Reynolds-Alberta Museum because yesterday we ran out of time and we really wanted to see their aviation exhibit. It's a really important part of this museum because Stan Reynolds himself was a pilot with the military in the 40s, and it was that, his love of flying, that eventually led to his obsession with machinery and his collection of planes, cars, tractors, and all that kind of stuff, which of course led to this museum that allows you to see and appreciate the evolution of machinery.
Visiting this museum. Is a very impressive collection. It's a gem of Wetaskiwin that you should come and visit. And I just want to point out that this was actually the very first plane flown in Canada, and right below is the Hawk Hurricane, which is a Canadian-made airplane for the Second World War, and is one of the 6 that remain today.
Well, it seems only fitting that after visiting the aviation exhibit, we cross over the runway and go to the Wetaskiwin Airport, which was also built originally by Stan Reynolds. We're going to be joining Absolute Aviation for a flight in a Cessna. But this might be our last video because they're actually going to let Karla fly it.
But don't worry, because I already did some practice at the simulator, and the pilot is going to be besides me, just making sure that I don't crash. Well, that was fun, and Wetaskiwin is so pretty from the sky.
Wetaskiwin is actually a historic city. It's one of the first 5 cities in Alberta, and as you're driving around downtown, you'll see a lot of old buildings. You can actually do a historic walking tour. You can print out the map online. We didn't have time for that, but we did come to the Wetaskiwin Heritage Museum, which is a great place to come if you want to learn about the area. You'll learn all about the pioneering days, the economy, the lifestyle, and of course the First Nations. So as you might have guessed by now, Wetaskiwin is derived from the Cree word, which stands for the hills where peace was made. So there's a lot of First Nations history around here, and it's basically surrounded by one of the largest reserves in Alberta, if not all of Canada. In fact, the reserves are made up of 4 nations that collectively are referred to as Maskwacis, which stands for Bear Hills, because back in the day, this area was full of hills and berries, which is what attracted bears.
This is not only a museum on the 2nd floor, it's actually a community hall where you can come and spend some time, have a cup of coffee, do some shopping, and even bring your kids to spend time at the Children's Pioneer Playrooms, which I find that is a great place to have some fun and be transported back in time.
Matthew, would you like a cup of tea?
Sure, dear, pour me one. It is a super hot day today, about plus 36, but we're here at Montgomery Glen Golf Course ready to hit some golf balls. And if you've seen any other videos where we've played golf, we're not very good at it, but we couldn't miss this because it's one of the top things to do in the area.
This is the best part, the drive, because then you get a breeze.
I just go by Matthew's recommendation. I'm gonna use a number 7. Because I have no idea how these ones work.
So far we've seen more geese than we've seen people.
So many geese!
These are not Canadian geese, they are cobra chickens.
That's it.
That's what they're known for, because they're evil. They're gonna attack us probably any minute.
Probably. I don't know if I want to drive through now. You make me
I'm
nervous.
just kidding, go.
Should we scare them?
Yeah, go.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm coming. Our ball is this way.
Oh! On days like this is what makes me feel the most successful. Staying hydrated with
Oh yeah.
craft beer. Well, we finally made it to hole 9. This is our last hole of the day, which is good because it is scorching hot outside and we're not playing very good. But it's been a beautiful day overall, but we're pretty excited to get back to the lodge because we're going to be having supper at the Glens Grill, which is one of the highest ranked restaurants in Wetaskiwin.
It was a very good choice for appetizer. We got the ceviche tacos and the vodka strawberry lemonade. Both super good and they feel refreshing. I got the beef dip, which is different. It looks like a burger. But I'm really looking forward to try the yam soup because it has some coconut milk and pine nuts. Oh my god, it's super good. Seriously.
And I got their chicken and ribs because it just looked so good because you have like a sesame ginger glaze on the chicken and a Saskatoon barbecue sauce. But I also got the soup. I wanted my fries because I love fries, but that soup sounded very good.
Even though everything is so good, I don't think I can finish this. It's huge.
Well, that's it for our visit to Wetaskiwin.
Yeah, Wetaskiwin is such a lovely small city to visit. We really think that lesser known destinations always have something special to offer, and Wetaskiwin is no exception.
Yeah, and it's cool to showcase it to the world. But today we actually checked out of the Best Western because we were told we should also spend a night at Westview RV Park. We're not staying in the RV park, but they also have a lodge called the Willow Inn, which was just renovated. It's really beautiful, and it's right across the street from the Reynolds Museum.
Yeah, our room is lovely, and even the grounds are pretty nice.
Yeah, I can see why it's so popular. They have a zip line, a playground, a pond, and last year they got voted as Canada's best restroom. So for all of you people in the surveys that were asking about bathrooms, this is the place to go.
So we really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give us a thumbs up.
Leave us a comment, hit that subscribe button, and of course, visit our website at mustycanada.com.
This playground looks awesome. It's huge, and I'm actually gonna try the zip line. Well, this is it for our visit to Wetaskiwin.